What's up, family? Welcome to Behind the Soul Sign podcast, where we discuss all the lovely things that happen behind that beautiful soul sign. My name is Shawnee Levine, and today's topic, we are discussing entrepreneurship and becoming the CEO of your life and business. This topic specifically is a very important one, I believe, because prior to COVID, prior to the pandemic, entrepreneurship wasn't that much of a conversation. But now, no matter who you are, so many people are entrepreneurs from one degree to another. You know, when we think about the word entrepreneurship, it started like around the 12th, 14th century, right? And it was used to describe people who build on railroad tracks and people who help the government basically like with their projects. And it was a lot of work that everyone did not want to do. And it wasn't until recently in the 1900s and the 2000s, like really just, amongst this time that it transformed into the meaning of being a visionary, a creative, ownership, building your own way. And when you are building your own way and doing all of the creative things and creating and basically creating opportunities out of nothing, it can get extremely scary. It can get extremely discouraging. So I believe that these conversations are important, and I believe that entrepreneurs should hear from other entrepreneurs. So with that being said, I thought it would be a great idea to have an entrepreneur that I admire and look up to, and who's so deep to my heart, the lovely Anitra Tatum.
Wow. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you for being here because I know today was a busy day, as all days.
All days are busy.
You literally have a closing in like 1 hour.
I do.
And we're here on mics.
Yeah, but this is a good place to be as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. When I think about entrepreneurship and even me getting into entrepreneurship, because what you guys will find out, like that was not my lane. I met Anitra, and Anitra, by the way, she's a super entrepreneur. I mean, she owns a hair salon. She owns her real estate business. She owns a staging company. Like she is nonstop. And so before I started Luvene Realty Group or LRG, I came up into your establishment at the salon, and it was just so beautiful. Like I'm talking about luxurious chandeliers. All the people that were working there were just so sweet, so nice, so welcoming. You guys had like very good systems. If people were there doing different things.
Yeah.
And you seemed so at peace. And I remember saying, I like this. I can learn from this young lady. Like she got the stuff. So when I asked her to be a part of my business, I knew like I could learn so much from you. And although I knew how to sell, I did not know how to run a business. But baby,
they go hand in hand.
It go hand in hand.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. So,
it does. So I knew it will be a joy. I knew there will be so much I can learn from you. And then it ended up turning to like, we both were mentoring each other.
Right. Yeah. Because I'm like, vice versa. So much I can learn from you too. A lot of the things that I learned from you, I ended up taking back to the salon business.
Wow.
In terms of sales and, different systems to get more clientele. Establishing the salon, I was more focused on retention because, of course, I want to keep people in my chair. So how do I keep people in my chair? And so I learned some things from you, too,
Yes.
It's reciprocated.
Okay. I believe that. I received that. Did you always see entrepreneurship like in your deck of cards?
Honestly, yeah. Like when I think back, yeah, even as a small child, I'll say it was different parts of my life that I could see, okay, one day I'm going to have my own business.
Okay.
I remember when I was 8 years old, I'm the oldest child. I was 8 years old and we were poor. We didn't have, a lot of money and things like that. But we needed to eat, and I've always been like a problem solution type of person. If I find a problem, I look for a solution like immediately. So I'm 8 years old. We need to eat. My sisters, they're hungry, right? So I decide, okay, I'm going to sell playtime
Wait.
So playing outside.
Okay.
If people wanted to play with me outside, other kids in the neighborhood, they had to pay to play.
How much, Anitra?
Anywhere from 75 cents to $1.
Okay. You are valuable.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And they found that value too, because guess what? They paid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they paid, and I was able to go to Aldi's and get my sister something to eat.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, for me to find a way to make money when I needed it, that was an entrepreneur mindset right there. Then I remember when I was in college, I was talking to my granddad, and my granddad is an entrepreneur too.
Okay.
So I'm talking to him, and he said, Anitra, whatever you do, make sure that you do something that people will always need. Right? And I just started thinking, and when I'm thinking, I'm not thinking about, okay, what job can I get? No, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, what can I hone in on? What skill can I develop? What gift do I have that I can help somebody else that's in need of something? Right? So, I mean, I've always had that mindset that kind of went with, okay, create.
Yes.
Yeah. I've always been a creative. So, yeah, I guess it's been there.
Yes.
Yeah,
And so
it's been there.
when you look back, before, because, well, first of all, selling your playtime, I know, I think about the kids in school who used to sell candy. Okay.
Yeah.
Lemonade stands. Selling me to play jump rope with you is innovative and creative as heck. And so, hey, if you have some kids out there and they're looking for Jordans or what is the toys and stuff that they
what? Video
Robolux?
games? Yeah,
what is
Robux.
They need to sell some playtime.
Yeah.
Get out there and sell something.
No, that's a good idea.
It is. And now, obviously, you were doing that because, you guys needed to eat. And you found the way out of no way. And when we talk about entrepreneurship and the ability to create opportunities out of thin air, really just coming from your mind is like a gift to zone in on. So that is really dope. But I do think about before you became a salon owner, before you got into real estate, were there any fears though that you had to break past in order?
Yeah. I think as children, okay, so going back to the story that I just told you, as children, you're not fearful. You take risks. I mean, there's nothing that you're afraid of. So I wasn't afraid to sell my playtime. I wasn't afraid to do that because what was the risk?
Right.
I wasn't ever presented with what it looked like if that didn't work.
Makes
right?
sense, yeah.
But as you grow up, societal standards, people naysayers, people that say you can't do that, or all these ideologies and thoughts start to penetrate your mindset, and then you start to not believe in yourself, right? And so for me, the fear of success or the fear of failure, will this work? That fear. Will this work if I do this?
And so you had to push through that, hey, I'm just going to go out there and do it. And it totally makes sense, right? Because when we think about, as you said, as children, we aren't being taught all of these naysaying things.
Right.
We're not clouded with really the reality of the world.
Right.
And if we can, and that's why they say ignorance is bliss, because a lot of times the reason we crumble, don't start, or don't do things is because we know too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we know too much. But if we tap into that childlike mind of ours,
you can do anything.
Hello.
You can literally do anything.
All of the things.
Yeah.
At what point, because we go through, we have this idea, we start doing things, I'm just going to jump in real estate. I'm just going to own all of the businesses. Okay. Any thought that comes to my mind, I'm going to just do it, right? And you push through all those fears. And it sounds like, you know, you've done enough reps to where the fears probably happen less and less, or it's not as impactful or as,
Well, they come up. They come
okay,
up every time.
okay,
But to your point, reps, you just remember the last one, right? So the last time I risked something, the last time I jumped out there and took a chance, how did it go?
okay.
Did it work out? It did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
then you can do this again.
Yes.
You know,
It's
and
evidence.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the evidence that
Yeah.
it works. And you just have to find that level of faith. And sometimes you got to pull from your past.
Yeah.
To say, okay, it worked out before, it can work out again. Right?
Yes. I know, like when before I got into real estate, I always worked like 9 to 5s, or 9 to 9 really.
Okay.
Because I worked at the dealership for like 12 years. And during that time when I decided that I was going to become a real estate agent, there were so many people at the dealership that was telling me like, you should probably just wait. This isn't a good time right now. Don't
Yeah.
don't go out there and only
see?
do that, you know. And
That's
even
the
when
talk I'm talking
the
about.
talk, right?
Those are the words that stop people
That stop people
from going after their dreams and,
Yes.
and pursuing entrepreneurship, is because somebody else thinks that you can't do it.
because they can't.
Because
And
they
not
can't.
because they can't, and their fear stopped them.
Yep.
Even when it came to, you know, starting LRG, starting the team, I was in the industry for a very short amount of time, and same thing. It's too soon to start. You shouldn't do that. You're
Yeah.
going to make mistakes. And it's like, oh, you're telling me you're scared of mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, let me introduce you to me.
Right. Because how else do you learn? How else do you learn?
we have to do
besides
it
making mistakes
and run
yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize, like, oh, I'm running a business? You know?
You know what? So when I opened up the hair salon, I was by myself.
Okay.
It was the biggest risk ever, because here I am in this big establishment. It's like 2,500 square feet, right? And it's just me. I'm the only one doing hair there, right?
So you didn't already have like
A team of
yeah.
people? No, it was literally
Wow.
just me.
Wow.
And then I opened the doors February 9th
Okay.
of 2020.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay.
March 13th of 2020, I had to close the doors by a mandate from the government, because I would have got a fine, right? And I didn't want to pay this hefty fine because, I mean, I had already just put all my money into opening the business. So anyway, I had no people, 2,500 square feet. It was terrible. But to answer your question, after COVID, these people start reaching out. And to your point earlier about people after COVID going into entrepreneurship, people were encouraged to work for themselves. Right?
Yeah.
So I got a few people coming in, and that's when I realized I'm running a business because other people depend on me.
Yes.
Like, I've created this foundation that other people can
Man.
build on, and they're sustaining their lifestyles and they're sustaining their families off of something I built.
Yes.
That's when I realized I own a business.
Yes.
You know? And I think it's levels within entrepreneurship, because it's self-employment, right? You can be self-employed. That's not necessarily you having a full entity or a full business model, right? It might just be you being a handyman, right? And that's what you do as your self-employment. And then you have a business owner, right? Where other people are able to establish themselves financially off of something you built. And that's what is life-changing.
I agree.
It's so impactful.
Man, it changes it.
So,
yeah, because
yeah.
it's one thing I have to say, like, even you know, going out, like, because even with you running a business, even just in the real estate piece, so I could imagine going out and recognizing, like, hey, I'm running a business here, I'm running a business there. I have to be the visionary. I have to be the one who makes sure all of the I's are dot, all of the T's are crossed.
Right.
And it's like, at what point or how do you end up balancing being all of the things with your business? Like,
Yeah, I think it comes down to Time management.
Yeah.
As simple as that might sound, it come down to time management because one, you only get 24 hours. You got to sleep, right? So
That's what
that
gets me.
takes some of that time. But if you have a calendar, everything is on my calendar, everything. And just trying to manage that time. You know, don't waste it. Leverage people, right?
People, yes.
Leverage people because people are good at things that you might not be the strongest in.
100%.
You know, leverage that.
100%.
Use that. You can't do all the things.
And you know, you cannot. And I would have to say, like, bringing it back to just in regards to how did you realize you were a business owner, right? Same thing, like for me. And because by yourself, you can just be doing things and you're just self-employed, to your point.
Yeah.
And then once I realized I had to hire someone to do the things that I was not good at, I realized, okay, I actually have to leverage you just to even pay you. Right. And so that's a different type of drive that wakes you up in the morning, I feel like. But most importantly, leveraging other people and being able to accept the fact that you need to pay other people to do the things you don't want to do or have trouble at doing is probably like one of the smartest things that can help your business. Like instead of seeing it as a cost.
Right.
Seeing it more as an asset to your business. So based off what you're saying in regards, you realized you were a business owner once other people were able to live their life and pay for their bills and feed their family based off the work and the vision that you had.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you imagine having a vision and not walking it out? And then because of that disobedience, right? The disobedience to the vision that you were given, somebody else is not going to be benefited.
It's not been. I should get up and praise dance right now. I should get up right now.
Seriously.
No, seriously, I agree.
You do a disservice to others by not walking in your vision, not walking in your gift. How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you get gifted a thought, gifted an idea, and you sit on it? And you have no idea how many people are connected to you.
Yeah.
How many lives that you will affect in a positive way.
Your vision is life-changing because you're afraid. The only way to conquer fear is to do it.
Yeah, we just have to do it.
That's it.
And then something you can just recognize it. And sometimes I think too, like just having, it was something I learned about, like just recognizing the words that we say, right? Sometimes I meet people and they're like, I just have so much anxiety. I just have so much, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like that. Like, even like doing this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I can feel, oh man, I'm so nervous. No, that's not what I am. I'm excited.
Right.
You know, it renders the same feeling.
Yes.
But the psychological of the word and what we're saying changes that. Yeah. So sometimes we have an idea, we have insight, and we think that we're afraid because it's giving off those same type of nervous,
right? Like
to our nerves, like the same type of feeling. When really it's just excitement.
It's
like,
just excitement.
Your life could change. But yeah, I agree. We should definitely walk into it. Yeah. And speaking of walking into it, so when you were speaking about your calendar, having systems, like are there any like behind the scenes systems that like change how you did business or something that people don't see behind the scenes?
Something behind the scenes
that could make or break your business. Real estate, all of it. Like,
yeah, it's so many things. But I'm thinking, and a lot of the things that go into business is your mindset, right? And just the way that you think. Yeah, there's apps, you know, there's all types of apps out here. You can get a calendar. I mean, you can find a calendar. That's cool, whatever. But what could make or break an entrepreneur spirit, their mind, right? It's really preserving that part of you. Because I think if you can't wrap your mind around the aspects of being different, because it is different, right? The norm is work a job.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a a level of strength in your mind to be an entrepreneur. So being around the right people, right? So that can make or break you.
100%.
If you're around the wrong people that's not pouring into you and they're take, that could be a problem.
And it's rubbing off on you. Like, it's cliche, and a lot of cliche things are very true.
Yeah.
But the 5 people that you are around influence your life.
Absolutely.
I was reading Tribe of Millionaire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we realized we were reading it at the same time.
Yeah.
And in the book, the guy asks, you know, the main character in the story to write down a list of the 10 people that you are around most. And he wrote down the list. And while I'm reading this book, I said, I'm gonna write down the list too.
Okay.
Let me see the 10 people I'm around.
Yeah.
And then he said, now write down how much each one of those individuals make. I said, wow. Okay. And I think that's an exercise for all of us. And things aren't always about the money, but rather it's health-wise. Like, how healthy are the people are you around? Like, that list of all of the things. How are the people, the 10 people you're around or 5 people you're around? Like, how is their spirit?
Right.
If you were to rate it from a 1 to 10, right? And if these people aren't where you will want to be and their averages are extremely low, we have to change the people that we're around. Or we have to accept the fact that we're not changing. And if we're staying stagnant, that means we're declining.
Right.
But I agree, 100% the people you're around will make or break your business.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely made my business. So
wow.
Being
We
around
made
y'all.
ours.
But you have to be intentional with that, right? I think
Yeah.
too, like, you know, I tell you this all the time. I'm so thankful. And when we think about mindset and when we think about spirit, of just like not having a jealous spirit, not having an envious spirit, right? Because someone can look at a person like you who has all these things, went through the ups and downs, way more ups than downs, and that you can visually see, right?
Blessed.
And man, she has it all together and become envious, rather than instantly, I'm like, man, this is dope. I can learn from this person. I can learn from this individual. So a lot of times being envious and you know, jealous and just not happy makes it to where these people that you should probably be around, you're not. Because people feel that energy too.
Absolutely.
They feel that energy too. If there was like, okay, so we can talk about making or breaking your business in regards to individuals. What about systems? Is there a system that like changed your life since becoming a business owner, CEO?
Yeah. Trying to think which one was the most practical one that really changed things. I have a website.
Okay.
Where people make appointments.
Okay.
So having a website, that was number one, because one, it's like a billboard, right, for your business. 2, you can have several different systems within that website. So I have a scheduling system on there, so the clients can book. I have a store, right? So clients can purchase items on there. So, and then that goes directly to my vendor, right? Where they're getting the product from. And then my vendor can ship it out, which is drop shipping, right? So that's a system. I don't have to do too much to make that work, but you establish it and it's rinse and repeat. It just keeps working for you. So establishing some type of system where you can build it and it works continuously, and you can add to it as you go. You know, I can go in there and change things, add products, and, you know, change prices, whatever, if I need to adjust. But establishing something that can rinse and repeat. So the next thing I'm going to work on is a digital library of what I do, like, so that I can teach others digitally, but it'll be set. So I'll build it. Then you can just keep purchasing the same digital product because it'll be there and I don't have to keep teaching the class.
Yes, extremely smart, right?
Yeah.
But what they say, like, all of this technology is not replacing us, is duplicating us,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Which is great. So when we
Making us.
think about real estate, what systems do you believe saved your business there, or
Yeah.
made your business, or that was a game changer?
Yeah. Well, when you establish how you're going to do something.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if you want to make a manual on what you do,
Okay.
but create the same thing that you're going to do with every client, every
Yes.
buyer client, every seller's client, right? You say, okay, well, I'm going to do my consultation, right? We're going to establish what they're looking for, how we're going to get there, so we can create that strategy. Keep that strategy as we go out and implement it while we're looking for properties,
Yes.
right? Once that is complete, we're going to pick a house, all right? We're going to pick a house. Okay.
You're going to pick a house.
That's going to happen. Okay. So we're going to look top end of your budget. We're going to look in the median and at the low end.
Yeah.
So the
difference,
variety, right, of what's in the market, things like that. I want you to get what you want.
Right.
But I also want you to get what you can afford. Right. So just following the same system, the same, create that strategy with that particular client, customize it to them, and follow the steps throughout.
Okay.
So that we can get the house that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So I would say, really establishing how you're going to do the job.
And that's how you don't forget anything.
Right.
When you're doing systems. So that's how you do it at a high level.
Yeah.
You think of how many clients that you're serving a year just in real estate alone, Anitra. You have to have good systems for you to balance all of that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I believe, like, for me, like, the game changer of systems has to be the calendar.
Yeah.
I feel like
no, the calendar is everything. Before
being an entrepreneur, business owner, a calendar was just stuff that you just hung on the wall, and you just mark. I know my birthday, other people's birthdays, stuff like that.
It.
You know what I'm saying?
But now it's so color coded.
Man, it's color.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yes. What?
Make sure things are color coded,
yes.
so you can itemize what you're doing. You don't want to get confused because everything is brown or whatever.
Right.
Make them different. Consultation is blue.
Yes.
Time with the kids is yellow.
Yes. My personal time is
personal
red.
Time is mine is pink.
Yours is pink.
So making
that's
sure that's our favorite colors. But making sure all of that is color coded.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And it's such a beautiful thing. Like, and we see stuff like on TV, or let me put you in my calendar, right?
Yeah.
And you see it from these high-end places with people that's in Staten Island,
right,
talking like that, right? And so I remember, like, becoming this woman that's owning a business, and and my everyday friends, like, I'm like, hold on, I gotta put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
Put it on your calendar, yes. Or sis, we're not going.
Right.
Or I'm gonna forget about it.
Yes.
I'm gonna went to some networking event that was on my calendar.
Right.
Like, if you want to go have lunch or dinner, and it's not even a thing of like prestigeness, or however you say the word, or all of those things. It's really because if I care about it and I care about you, it has to be on there.
Yeah.
Right. And the color coding, back to that, the beautiful thing about these calendars, when it's color coded, we are able to see monthly how much time we spent doing a certain thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when, like, your personal time yours is pink, mine is red.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I'm feeling drained, and I take a look at that calendar and I see I had no red in there this month. Or I had no red in there this week. It's like, it's able to identify and tell you things you need to adjust on, or things you probably spend too much time on. But that calendar was a game changer. It took a while for me to get to it, but baby, everything's in there.
Absolutely.
Nail appointments.
Yeah. That's your red time.
Yep.
Right?
Hello, yes, you knew it was red.
That's your red time. No, that the calendar has been everything. Like, literally everything for me.
If times I'm checking emails or meeting with the client, like, I'm not going to forget.
No,
it's there.
It's there.
It's not going to be there. I mean, it's there. So when we think about systems and we think about creating, things to make our business run smoother.
Yeah.
And obviously now things we have the systems and all the things in place. However, everything wasn't always in place.
No.
And when we think about money, what is that you could think of one of your like biggest money mistakes that you made as a business owner, CEO?
Biggest money mistakes. Woo. Well, and I'm thinking across the different businesses, like,
Yes.
where did I invest some money and not get that return that I was looking for? And I will say it happened more times than I wanted it to. Yeah. But it was usually improper planning, right? That led to me not getting the return that I was looking for.
Okay.
But yeah, it was in trucking. Trucking is expensive. I don't know if you want me to be too specific, but trucking can be very expensive.
Oh, I see a lot of people doing the trucking too. This the CDLs and
driving those big trucks on the highway and stuff. Yeah. So my husband is in that business, but we've invested money. So if you buy the improper equipment, that's not gonna render the rate of return from that investment. It was bad. So that's what we did. We bought the wrong equipment. Dang. And it's thousands of dollars.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was not good. That was not good.
Now,
but,
is that a mistake that you learned and did not do again, or is this one of the things like?
Yeah.
Keep
kind
of making kind of the
you learn
mistake.
something.
Yeah, you learn something.
You learn something. You might still make another mistake, and that's okay. Hopefully you learn something again, right? And you learn something big enough to say, okay, well, we have to just redo this whole thing.
Right.
Like, let's have a different approach. But staying on the front end of your business, forecasting, seeing, watch whatever market it is that you're going into, whatever industry it is.
Right.
Look at where the money is being made.
Right.
And that way you know where to make your investment.
Exactly.
Right. So doing that proper research up front, that really helps. Don't just go after something because you want to do it. Oh, that looks cool. That's not gonna pay you. Okay. So you have to really do your research. Whatever industry, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, your due diligence. I agree.
Yeah.
Because when I remember starting the team and I had my little savings and I thought that was something. Real estate, and people don't know that, but it's very costly.
Yeah.
It's costly in the mindset of like, you get your license, and the only reason it's costly because, to your point of not doing your due diligence of knowing what all you're about to have to pay for.
Yeah.
So hindsight, it's really not that costly when I think about what it's costing to actually run a business. However, once you first get your license and you don't know that you're going to have to pay $1,100 just to have access to the MLS, you're going to have to pay monthly dues. And then, all of a sudden someone wants to put their home on the market and I have to pay for professional photos. I may have to pay for it to get clean. I may have to pay because it's all like an investment. You don't get paid to the back end.
Right.
So starting the team, you guys are very awesome. Thank you. However, y'all was going crazy. And I remember like all of a sudden you guys had like 5 listings all at once.
I remember
like
that.
5 houses about to hit the market. And I didn't have enough money in the account to pay for the photos, to put the yard sign on, like to pay for all of the things. So, I went and sold Playtime.
Oh, God. That was smart. Whenever you need money, Playtime.
Yes.
It sells.
People want to play. So, no, but when I think about, but during that time, but I like ran up my credit cards.
Yeah.
I was starting the business off my own personal money, my own personal credit. And then because of that, it rendered me to have not good credit. Now, because I'm maxing out my credit cards, I'm, waiting for something. Well, this got to wait before I can pay until we close on that.
Yeah.
And so it took a minute for me to get steady with systems, because although we have systems when we talk about calendar, we got to have systems in regards to our finances,
Right.
the way we pay, how things are being established or going out, what is actually rendering a return and what's not. So once I was able to do that and get on track, and it's like, okay, I should have never started this business without some type of funding or business credit or something of that magnitude. However, you don't always get, if I waited on that baby, who knows if I ever would have started.
Yeah.
But to your point, it was a lesson that was learned. And it's also was like, okay, you need to get these things because it costs money to run a business. How do you, because when we think about the systems and we think about the money, all of that stuff is still discipline, right?
It is.
And life still be happening.
Yeah.
My question is, how do you remain disciplined when life is lifing? That's all they say. Life is lifing.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl, I couldn't get to you. Life was lifing.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
Hello. Okay.
Because
Hold
everybody's
on. Anitra runs a very strict ship over here. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna have to get it together. It's not an excuse.
It's not. It's not. I think, and you hear this. I mean, I'm sure people have heard this before. Establish your why.
Okay.
Right. When you have a strong enough why, that will cause you to be disciplined.
Okay.
At things that you didn't even know you could be disciplined at, until you cross that road and you say, okay, I'm up against this. Is it worth giving up? Right? And just folding? Or is my why strong enough to keep me going? Right? So establishing your why. Like, I had to get to a point where my why made me cry.
Yeah.
I had to want it bad enough so that my why would live.
Right. Yes.
So I think that's what helps me stay disciplined. Mindset, it all goes back to that. So pouring into yourself. I journal. I get a lot of my thoughts out. Like if I'm frustrated, I do get it out on paper if I can't talk to somebody about it. But finding somebody you trust that you can talk to.
Right.
That's okay too.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes,
but it has
get
to
it
be
out.
somebody that you trust.
For sure.
Because life will life. And you do want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And
it's going to keep lifing.
Yeah, and it's going to keep happening.
It's going to keep happening.
So what are you going to do? You can't fold because life today. It's going to do the same thing tomorrow. So you just got to press.
And then we'll just be sitting there wishing we would have did. And
yeah.
I was going to, but then life.
Yeah, you don't want to live with regrets.
No.
Yeah.
It's best to at least try it out.
Yeah.
Push past it. Push through.
Yeah.
Stand up.
What they say, nothing beats a failure but a try. That's
Nothing
what,
beats a
one of my
failure
teachers used to
but
tell
a
me
try.
that when I was a kid.
Okay.
Nothing beats a failure but a try.
Did entrepreneurship, do you feel it changed you as a woman?
I think it pulled parts of me out that were already there.
Really? Okay.
Maybe lying dormant. I do think I was always this person, but undeveloped, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So
undeveloped?
Yeah, like it was there. Like there were certain characteristics that were there.
Yes.
They just weren't mature yet.
Right. Yes.
So stepping out into the things that are unknown or the things that might have made me afraid before helped me overcome them, right? And then say, oh wow, there's courage there. Now it's a little bit higher, right? Like it's a little bit more courage there now.
Yes, than before.
Yeah.
Because you done did hard things.
Right.
And didn't realize it wasn't even that hard.
Right. Got over it.
I definitely have to agree in regards to it pulling something out of you that was already there. Because if we think about you selling playtime, that was already in there, but then it was able to get cultivated.
Right. That's a good word for it.
Yeah. And which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I definitely think entrepreneurship definitely changed me in regards to, because I don't have any children. Well, I have a
Well,
son now.
you do have a son.
His name is Leo. He has 4 paws.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow.
sweet. 4 months.
Yeah.
But before him,
Yeah.
I did not. I was not responsible for anyone outside of myself, and I do believe in like when it comes to your why, and when we think about you selling playtime, your why was outside of you. It was your sisters. It was I had to help someone else, and that's how I believe you're able to get pulled out of the bed before your alarm clock goes off.
Absolutely.
And entrepreneurship, back to when I realized like, oh, I'm running a business, is because someone else's family is counting on me getting the hell up.
Yeah.
Like that changed me. It changed who I was. I said, man, I stopped drinking because things were just getting in the way of me becoming that person that was laying dormant or not becoming who I knew I was, right? So again, that why, and I've come to notice that the why that make people cry, the why that touches people's spirit, always seems to be outside of themselves. Like it will pull you out of the bed.
It will.
You will jump up. You hear me? You'll be excited. It's I don't know. Yeah, it definitely changes you. They always say entrepreneurship is spiritual.
Yeah. Because it's something outside. It's something that you don't know. It's the unknown.
Yeah.
Something you can't see.
It's the unknown.
Yeah.
You can't, hello?
Yeah.
It
you
is
wake
the
up
unknown.
Basically unemployed every day.
Yeah, every day.
Trying to figure this out. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that like that you had to unlearn, or a habit you had to stop, or something different?
As you probably already gathered, I'm very mindset focused.
Okay.
So I would say focus.
Okay.
And not focusing on the money. Right?
Yes. Okay.
Because if you're focusing on the money or you're chasing it, right?
Yes.
It's gonna run away. If something getting chased,
hello,
it's running.
it's running from you.
Okay. So change your focus. Like I had to realize, okay, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this to do a good job. I'm doing this so that they can have a good experience. They can have a good service. I can be consistent with that, right?
Yes.
I can give a quality service of what they're looking for. If I can focus on that, the money is gonna come.
Anyways.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like, so good service is a precursor to being compensated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be like some advice that you would give basically an entrepreneur that's like ready to start, or that's having roadblocks or something right now?
Yeah.
So like,
you know what? If you're looking to start entrepreneurship, write some things down. And I'm really big on that too. Like writing things down, puts it on paper, and you are in front of it. You know, so you have to face what it is that's holding you back. But ask yourself on paper, if I don't do this, then what? And answer the question. And if that answer is not worth you missing out on the opportunity and all the dreams and the aspirations that you have, then yeah, you got your answer. It's not, you know, it's gonna be scary, but you're also an overcomer.
right.
Right?
If I don't do this, then what?
Then what? Yeah, and all the things that could not happen if you don't do that one thing. Yeah, then I won't make the money. Then I mean, if that's your reason, right?
Right.
Then my kids won't be able to go to this particular school,
Right.
or, you know, then I won't be able to go on that vacation. Then I won't be able to touch families. Then I won't be reaching my community. Is that all? Okay, all of that stuff is going to happen if you don't do it.
Hello. Yes.
You might as well just go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
At least a little bit.
A little bit. Try it at least.
Is there one thing that you wish you knew from day one?
Yes.
What?
How to pay my taxes. I wish I knew how to pay my taxes. Get QuickBooks.
Yes.
Start there.
Okay.
Get QuickBooks. have a business account. Make sure you have a business account.
That business account. Yes.
Don't just mix all your money together in your personal account or whatever.
Yes.
Separate this money. Get your business account. Get a QuickBooks account. Link it to your bank account, and they'll take all the transactions and they'll itemize them.
Okay.
You know, at the end of the month, go through all of your transactions and separate them. Make sure it's correct.
Yes.
That way, you're working towards your profit and loss statement at the end of the year.
Yes.
So that's
done.
It's done. I wish I knew how to do that at first.
From day one. Just did it.
Because you don't want to get behind.
No.
You don't want to get behind.
I'm telling you guys, and I know y'all sitting out here knowing that y'all have not done that stuff for y'all taxes.
Yeah.
It's not going nowhere.
It's not.
It's only getting worse. Just do it. Do the hard thing.
Do the hard things. Make it easier later.
And make it easier. Do them hard reps. Yes, 100%. Okay, and I want to think about Anitra because, you know, when we talk about personal development and business development, you know, I'm definitely an advocate for reading. Yes. So I do want to ask you if there was a book that you would recommend an entrepreneur to read.
Okay.
What would it be?
Okay. You know what? My favorite book, and I've read it several times.
Okay.
The Game of Life and How to Play It.
The Game of Life
and How to Play It. Yes. It's by Florence Vogelshin.
Okay.
That book is so insightful because it pretty much tells you anything in your mind that you're thinking about, that you're pondering, can I do this? Know that you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Because everything we see, everything we experience started in somebody's mind.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, can you imagine that? This microphone started in somebody's mind.
All of this. All of this.
That's amazing. What's in your mind? Like, what's in your mind? So that's
did that book alter like your reality? It changed the way you think, or
absolutely,
really?
My perspective, what I thought I could do before is nothing compared to what I think now. Like, it's so within our reach. Yeah, so it changed my perspective. Yeah, and my process too.
Okay.
My process of getting there.
Yes.
Again, because it starts in your mind. So if you think you can't do it, then you won't.
Yeah. Whatever you think, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I have not read that book. I'm gonna have to take a dive into that one. I have not. You definitely have mentioned it a couple of times to me before.
Yeah.
The book for me, like the book I would recommend, and it kind of is crazy because it's kind of in the same lane as that from what I'm hearing, but leveraging the universe.
Yes.
Man.
That's a good one.
Leveraging the universe. Game freaking changer.
Game changer.
And the beauty of that book, like what shifted my brain and like that I really enjoy and like take on as a mantra, like to no matter what it is that I'm doing is like doing the best you can.
Yeah. With what you
got. From where you are.
Where you are.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do the best you can with what you got from where you are. And I think it's phenomenal because again, he does, I think it's Mike Dooley.
Yeah.
Mike Dooley, he wrote that, and he does tap into like your thinking and the power of your thoughts and creating the reality that you would like.
Right.
And I do think to your like point of people not wanting to start, outside of fear, people don't want to start because they're not starting all the way at the top. You know, they're not starting successful.
Right.
They're not starting with all of the things, right? And it's like, if we just took on that starting from where you are, okay? You want to be like this top tier salon owner or barbershop owner or photographer or real estate professional, start from where you are.
Just start,
but do the best you can
with what you have.
And be okay with that, and things will come from that. But that book was a game changer because I definitely feel like we did the best with what we have.
Absolutely.
But no, this is awesome,
Yeah.
Anitra. I
Yeah, this is
really,
great.
really think like your opinions and your voice and your experience is something that people can listen to, take notes from. And I know without a doubt you have sparked some type of ambition into someone
I hope
to,
so.
yeah, to do something that they've been sitting on, doing something that's very fearful.
Yes, just do
Um,
it.
with that being said, we are real estate professionals, and we would be doing the due diligence. No, we would not be doing the due diligence if we did not talk about real estate for a second there.
Yes.
Right now, the average home sale price is around like 330,000, something of that sort. This time last year, the average home sale price was 310,000. It's almost a 7% increase from last year, which is absolutely remarkable. So for
Yes.
all of those folks out there saying it's too expensive to buy, I'm going to wait to buy, I'm just telling you right now, homes year after year after year, the values of them are just rising. In 2020, people were not buying homes, but there was a lot of people who did, and those same people homes are worth, man, 100,000 more.
Yeah.
I was
I've seen
doing,
it.
yeah, my past clients, I was doing price analysis. Like they're taking equity out, they're upsizing into something else,
Yeah.
and they have so much equity in their home. So, the best time to buy, of course, is now. With that being said, I also would like to mention that right now there are 2,000. It's up $2,000. Not $2,000. It's up right now, like about 2,000 homes on the market, which is like 2,000 more homes than what it was last year or even the year before. So we are up in inventory. However, we are still only a third of what the inventory was prior to COVID. So although we have more inventory right now, it's still less inventory than what it was prior to COVID. So it's still very much a seller's market, but buyers do have more options than what they did last year
Correct.
or the year before. So during this time, when we're looking in the fourth quarter, coming into the first quarter, December, January, and February, this is a very good time for buyers to catch deals on home because typically homes sit for a little bit longer, and this is a great time to put an offer in where it may be at asking or less, right? And so if you want to catch a deal right now is a good time. If you're a buyer who also purchased maybe like a year ago, even at the beginning, interest rates were about at 7%. Right now, we are like at 6.1.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel,
about
yeah.
6.1 or so.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
6.1%. So if you guys are looking to refinance, that makes a difference. That's almost a 1% difference
Yeah.
to your mortgage. So if you want to refinance, or if you were at a 7%, I highly recommend that you do refinance. But also, when we speak about this time in buying and how it's a good deal, this is also a great time for investors. When it comes
Yes.
to December, January, and February, we work with a lot of investors, and we always let them know you buy in the winter and you list in the spring and summer.
Yeah.
And when we think about our investors, because
Yes.
investors are entrepreneurs
Yes, they are.
as well, right? I mean,
Yes.
they're hustlers, they're go-getters, they're making ways out of no ways. They have a vision.
Right.
Okay. And they are visionaries.
Yes,
And
they are.
the houses don't look like how it be looking.
No. And they go in there, they got a whole
And
vision.
they change it. So if
Yeah.
you're an investor, sometimes you can be an investor where you're holding.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you can be an investor to where you want to renovate your home. And when we think about our investors that are embarking on their entrepreneurship journey, like what is some advice you would give our investors out there?
Okay. Yeah. If you are an investor that, for instance, is looking to renovate and flip a home, so you want to buy in the winter, sell in the spring, or list in the spring, please establish your team up front. Please establish your team. That's your real estate professional, your contractors, and that's with whatever kind of contractors you need. But before you acquire that property, take those professionals with you to the property. See if we can get an estimate from the contractor. Talk to your real estate professional. Make sure that you know what the market is doing in the area. What are homes selling for in the area? Do they have 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms? Is that like the common specs over there? And what does that list price look like? That way you at least know what you're getting into and how much that project is going to cost after you get the estimate from the contractors. Okay, and then with that, also establish how much you're looking to profit from this particular project. Usually, I will tell you, about 15% return is great. That's a great number to say, okay, I made some money on this deal. Okay. It's not that you're trying to make $100,000. And if you can, I mean, great. Right. Right. But 15% that you made a good investment. So, just really honing in on the numbers on the project and creating a plan.
So, Anitra.
Yeah.
Like, when we think about entrepreneurship, like, and how it changes you, is there a hard lesson, like, in entrepreneurship, like, that you had to face?
Yes. There was multiple.
Okay.
But I will say one. Money. Okay. Every month is not going to be the same. You're not going to make the same money every month. So your budget needs to be in place. Because one month you might be up. Right? You might make $10,000 this month.
Yeah.
Next month, you might make 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And your bills might be 5. Right? And if you spent that $10,000 because you was like, oh, yeah, I made some good money this month. Oh, you in trouble. You in trouble next month. So I learned that. Okay. And I learned it because it happened. Okay. Had a bad month. And when that happens, then you robbing Peter to pay Paul. They say that, whatever. But yeah, you end up in a really tough situation. So yeah, really budgeting.
Yeah.
Budget.
Budgeting is
and understand your industry and the seasons that your industry goes through, right? Like summertime might be an up season,
right,
in real estate,
or
whatever, if that's the industry that you're working in.
So you need to know the seasonalities of your business.
Absolutely.
Yes, because you can't go through here making $10,000 one month and then living every single month like you make $10,000. You're gonna owe some money.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna owe some folks.
Real bad,
real bad. And then you end up in this spiral, right? In this negative spiral, trying to catch up.
Yeah,
and then that messes with your mental and man, all of that. I would have to say, like, one of the biggest things I had to face in entrepreneurship, honestly, was myself. Like, really, it just was like changing who I was. So when I think about like the finances you're speaking of, when I think about when we talk about systems and discipline, it really was facing like me. And I feel like when I go into establishments, because we can hear people all the time like, this business just wasn't that, right?
Yeah.
And it's because they don't have systems in place. They don't have discipline. They messed up the financials, right?
Yeah.
But it's all really a reflection of the individual.
Absolutely.
So when businesses are like running well and doing good, it's because the individuals have created a strong mindset. They have worked on themselves more than what they've worked on their business.
Yeah.
And that right there in itself will change the freaking game. So I would like to say with entrepreneurship, like what I had to face was like, oh, girl, I'm the problem.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
What is my relationship with money?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Amen.
I've had that conversation so many times.
Like, what's your relationship with money?
Yeah.
It be us.
It's us.
It be us. And I do think like, we should be open as like criticism, like to have criticism from other people. Like, and I think a lot of times we're not even able to have criticism because we're not vulnerable enough. We're not vulnerable and transparent enough, and we're not because we also aren't around people who we feel comfortable with. So again, we need to change that. Like, that's all part of like changing that circle so that I can be vulnerable enough to be held accountable, to make the changes, because there's a lot for all of us to learn,
and to be honest with yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I need help here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah. Just be honest about it. Some people are embarrassed of where they need help. But you can't get it if you're embarrassed about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember going to, other team leaders like, hey, I need help.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck I was doing. This was very early in the start of LRG and in the start of the business. So I know people see like, man, they just shot up so fast, but I asked for correction very fast.
And that's the key. You asked.
Yes.
You asked. You cannot get help with a closed mouth.
No.
If you're not saying anything.
You have to be honest.
Yeah.
And you know what? That also has a lot to do with ego.
Yeah.
We got to kill that baby.
Yeah. Ego gets in the way. It definitely keeps you stagnant.
Yes, for sure. Ego is the enemy. That's another good one.
That is another good book.
Ryan Holiday.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I haven't read it, but I heard about it.
Game changer. And I think too, don't give me the preacher.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, preach.
Y'all got to stop going online talking about how bad and hard the business is.
Yeah, please.
Y'all have to stop doing this. And the reason being, right, don't get me wrong, there's a part of us where we want to be honest and we want to show people that not all days are good. However, people also don't want to work with losers.
Right.
Like this is the nicest way I could say it. No one wants to work with losers, and we don't have to be vulnerable to people who don't know you, who you may potentially want to work with you. We are vulnerable with our loved ones, our friends, our mentors, our coaches. Like those are the people who we should be pouring into or letting our hair hang down in regards to what's hard right now, right? To overcome that. You guys, I know everyone is on the internet. However, your stories about how things aren't working constantly, you are constantly putting out into the universe things not working for you, things are bad, and that's what the universe hears, and that's what you keep getting.
That's what you get.
That's what you get. Stop doing that, okay? And I understand I want people to know me, and I want people to know all of the things that occur, but unless like you're a content creator and like your story is about surviving domestic violence or something, and I'm being dramatic here, but unless that is your story of being down, I don't think we should be doing that. Talk to your friends, a therapist, your pastor.
Yeah.
Okay. Your parents.
Not your client.
Your cats, Rover, the fish. Talk to anybody about how bad you're doing outside of the internet. And the reason being too, because what happens too, I feel like it creates sympathy support. And you can't build your business off somebody supporting you today because they saw you struggling today.
Right.
Because that's charity.
I was just going to say, it's charity then.
It's charity.
You're in the wrong business.
We have to sit down and just look at like ourselves. To be honest with you, when things aren't working, I sit there, I say, man, I really open up the book of myself. I look at this and I say, And a lot of times, like how you're saying, from QuickBook to our bank accounts, the story be right there. We hope you took away some great gems from this podcast. Definitely share this with your friends, your family, sit with it. And of course, if you have any questions about refinancing your current mortgage, if you're thinking about investing, if you're thinking about what to do with the equity you may have in your home, definitely please click the link at the bottom. Go to our website. We do have systems and we will definitely get to you. Okay. Thanks a whole lot. This podcast was produced by Voss Visual Media in collaboration with Behind the Soul Sign. For more information, be sure to click that link below.